This video is instruction on completing the RP3 document. This is a place where we are starting to get data out of our sources and record it. And what we are going to do here is we're actually going to copy it verbatim from the sources, thus creating some quotations. The thing we're going to have to do, of course, since we're doing that, is we're going to have to also create internal citations. So let's get started. The first thing you do is you open up your RP2 document and click on Edit, click on Select All, hold down the Control key, hold down or tap the C key, then go back to your Google Drive, make a new Google document, and we will call this one RP3 as soon as it lets us do that. So it's going to be 8 RP3 student 822, and then we click in the white space and hold down the Control key, tap the V key, and there we have that. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to, oh, excuse me, we're not. The thing we're going to do now is we are going to start to pull information from these sources. So one of the things, I'm going to start with this one down here. And to be perfectly honest, I have some of this work already done, and so we're going to go into another version of this same document to finish up. So I'm going to click on that. I notice that a link comes up here. I click on the link, and this opens up the Consumer Reports article. Now I've looked through this and I know what I want to use here. I'm going to try to pull as many things out of each of these as I can. What I am, the first thing I want to pull out is reasons for buying an electric car. So I highlight it, I hold down Control, I tap C. I then go back to my RP3 document, and under electric cars, I am going to put the cursor there, hold down Control, tap V, and there we have the quotation. We haven't set it up yet, but that is it so far. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that article, and I'm going to scroll down. There's another piece I want there, which is why buy an electric car, and here is information on that. So I'm going to use that, highlight it, tap down, hold down Control, tap C, go back to RP3, hold down Control, tap V. Now the thing we have to do here is we have to, since this is a quotation, we have to use quotation marks. So I'm going to put a quotation mark at the beginning of each of these, and then we have to put in our internal citation. So notice that the first word in the MLA is electric. So what I'm going to do down here is I am going to put a quotation mark after the T in night. I'm going to put a parenthesis there, type in the word electric, another parenthesis, and I'm going to put in a period there. So notice that we've taken the period outside and put it after the parenthetical citation. So that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do here to make my life a little easier in the next one, I'm going to highlight it, hold down Control, tap C, go down here, highlight the period, hold down Control, tap V, and it's done. So I have a quotation here and a quotation here. Last thing I want to do is I want to turn them red. I want that to be red because they are concrete details. So I go up to here, text color, tap red, and it's done. So now I have two quotations, so I want to make sure they're separated. So I'm going to copy the MLA here, Control C. I'm going to put that also between these two, Control V. So now I see that I have two quotations to work with. Okay. Now you'll notice I've done the same thing on the government should not subsidize cars. So I have a fair amount of stuff in here. And you'll notice that I have three of these right together. And what this is telling me is that there is no text in the article between this, this, or this. Okay, so they're all kind of together there. Now I want to go up to the should subsidize, and we'll do a couple there. So we click here and click on this link, and that will take us to the government should. Now notice that I've highlighted here what I want to use. Now you don't have to do that on yours. I'm doing it simply because I'm having to come back and grab this stuff. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to highlight all of this, and I'm going to hold down Control C, and then I'm going to go back to RP2. I'm going to go here and hold down Control V and put a little space there. So that's my first one. Now I'm going to go back again to the article and go to this quotation here, and I'm going to hold down Control C. I'm going to go back to RP3. I'm going to go here, hold down Control Tab V. That gives me the next one. And notice that I'm leaving spaces between the two. That is important. Then I'm going to go back here and highlight this one, Control C, go back to my RP3, Control V, and that pastes that in there. And did I have another one there? That might have been it. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so now we go back to RP3 again. Now notice that all of these are highlighted. We don't want them highlighted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all three of them. In case you do highlight yours, this is what you're going to want to do. Highlight all three of them. Go up here to the A, you click on the arrow, you go to highlight, you click none, and it's gone. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to go through the same process of quotations and internal citations. So we're going to hold down we're going to add at the beginning of each one of these a quotation mark, and then we're going to go here inside the period, and Chambers is the first word, so we are going to put a quotation mark there, and then a space, and then a parenthesis, and then the word Chambers, and close the parenthesis. The period is there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight everything there, and I'm going to hold down Control C. I go down to the next one, highlight the period, Control V. Whoops, that didn't work out very well, so let's try this again. I'm going to go here, hold down Control, tap C, go back here, hold down Control, tap V, there we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, hold down Control, tap V, and I get that all in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all of these red. again, like the others, because red means it's a concrete detail. And we go up to the A, and we hold down the red. Whoops, we highlight none. Make sure you are doing text and not highlighting, and we have red, and there we go. So then that is also done. Now before I leave, I want to go through this top one, because there are several points that are being made here, and I may choose later on to separate this. This says electric vehicles are significantly more energy efficient than gasoline-powered cars. So, period. That I might just want to use that so I could cut that out. Claims that subsidies are a tax break for the rich ignore the fact that subsidies and fuel costs reduce the vehicle's overall cost, making EVs practical for even the average American. That's another point. I might want to put that somewhere else. I can move this stuff around, okay? And I guess the final thing I want to do is I want to separate the quotations, so I'm going to copy the MLA. I'm going to paste it in here. I do want to keep separation between all of them. So we'll go here, Control V, and then here again. Oh no, that's it. So we're done. And so now now you're going to do this on 6 of your 8, and you need to have at least 2 from each of the 6. And so that is going to give you 24 quotations that we will be working with. And I hope this was helpful. Thank you.